Hello everybody, this is VerticalSandwich and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest VIII. Our attempts at rank B were a miserable failure, so we're going to go do a little more monster scouting, a little more running around, because we've got to do some grinding anyway, and just kind of hit some highlights of like weird stuff that we haven't really messed with. This is post-commentated because we had miserable failures in rank B and a lot of kind of random stuff that's going to have to be cut out of here, so my commentary couldn't be very useful anyway. So the first thing we're going to do is go back to Argonia. Because, like, we should just clean that area out. Not that there's a lot to do, really, there. You know, we'll get on the Saber Cat and make our way west. West it is. Yay, west. Okay, so actually what we're going to do is we're going to go look for the other healer. Like, you know, we picked up Spike, and he's a jerk. So we're gonna go pick up the alternative to Spike, because I think he's worth picking up, and I think he's a gold monster coin monster, so he's worth $1,000. You know. All right, and he's down there. He's one of two places. Like for some reason, some of the advanced slimes like have multiple locations, like Metally, the metal slime, and Metabel, the liquid metal slime, have, I think Metally has 4 different places he can appear, which is just a pain. Alright, pain in the butt fight. So I didn't expect this guy to beat these crossroads. I have no idea what this guy's deal is. I mean, he's the hooded hacker, but... So here's a monster arena monster you can get, apparently. I don't know. And actually, in all fairness, this guy does combine. I mean, I know. I can tell just by looking at him. He combines into some teams. I mean, every monster I think can be part of a team, but like, this guy specifically, you can combine him with other monsters that have blades. And he probably makes a team with other monsters that have axes. So like Hackzilla and him, and then another monster with an axe. If I can think of another monster with an axe, I can't off the top of my head. Not one that you can't get before level B, or not one that you can get before level B anyway. Or before you beat level B, whatever. Ugh. Also, all the monsters have types. And so there'll be some teams based on types, and he's a humanoid type, so like him, and like if you got the other, like the Puppet Master, like the Monster Eater version. See, this guy get gold monster coin monster. That's ridiculous. This guy's better than Talos? I don't think so. Anyway, but like the puppet guys, like they're humanoids, so like the Monster Eater version of them, and like this guy, and if we could, he doesn't have great stats. Like his hit points are low, his attack is so-so. Yeah, I don't really think I can kick anybody out for him. And look, like, even, like, the Rooster's a better candidate than him. And, like, Capers beats the crap out of him. Anyway. Bye-bye, hooded hacker. Oh, okay. Anyway, it turned out that the monster I was looking for was not at that location, so we have to go to his other location, which actually is, if you just go up, like you're going to the hunting ground, but instead take the other path. That's how that works. Easy enough. Lump wizards! I don't know, have we seen lump wizards around here? This is not a usual Argonia thing. I forget sometimes that, like, there are different monsters at night. And so we could probably go back to, like, areas like Alexandria and, like, Peregrine K and hit other monsters that we've never seen. Maybe. I don't know. So yeah, one of the things about this, and it just bothers me, is look at how much going across this bridge slows your Saber Cat down. It doesn't matter. That's not because I'm hitting the side. It's because there's something about the terrain and the design of the Saber Cat. Oh, these guys are new. And this version of enemy, or like every derivation of this enemy, is just a huge pain in the ass. Like, that's just the bottom line. Gigantic pain in the ass. Because they take very minimal physical damage. And they're always doing things like exhaling chilly breaths and cursing people and stuff. They're like a half-remembered dream viewed through a cracked mirror of regret. I don't know. That's from Patton Oswalt, I think. Although it's a nice line. Especially as part of a comedy routine. It's part of a comedy routine of his called The Angry Magician, I think. That's just fantastic. It's just a fantastic comedy routine. So. Magicians, let me debunk them with my plane crash surviving abilities. Alright. Oh, Jessica is out of magic point. Wow. Effectively close to out of magic points. Well, but she did a good job there. It was nice. Come on, Angelo. Jessica takes one shot and kills 3 of them. You take 2 shots, can't kill 1? She's twice the man you're not. Wait, I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Probably not. I make it a point to not worry about whether or not the... Oh, now we get a wing of bat. See? So there's another place that they come from. They're actually a pretty common item. Okay, this is our guy. This is Hori. The slime creator, apparently. His deal is... he's a giant slime. He actually forms part of a team called the Legends. But we're just going to unleash these guys at him because... ugh. Alright. Get him, Doom King. Alright. Get him, Talos. Get him, Hackzilla. Alright. There we go. Okay, so this guy is your other, like, decent healer option. His stats are a little different than Spike's. Yeah, he's a gold monster coin monster. His stats are a little different than Spike's in that he has a little more hit points and a little less magic points. However, I think, I don't know. I mean, I just think he holds up better. He survives a little longer than Spike. So if that's important, yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm not going to use either of them, so they're just part of the strategy thing. So anyway, this is also the path to advance in the game, eventually. But if you go up there now, you'll get these guys. And a cutscene. So I'm going to try this. Halt! Where do you think you're going? You really think we'd let an odd bunch of flea-bitten, ill-gotten, ne'er-do-well weirdos like you through, did you? Scram! On all bunch, mind your manners. What's all about us? Come on with it, out with it if you dare. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting you through. I wasn't going to single anyone out, but look at your driver. True. You're the worst one. You look just like a monster, if you ask me. You hardly have grounds for complaint traveling around with a man that looks like a monster. You should be grateful you're not under arrest. Now get out of here before I change my mind. Alright, so that's the northern gate. Or the northern checkpoint or something. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We can't go through it. Because that's a whole different thing. So now what we're going to do is... we're going to go back to the Mystical Spring. See if Medea says anything different. Then we're going to go to Neos. Because at the time I was recording this, I believed it was the easiest place to warp to go to Savella Cathedral. It's so not. They're like at opposite ends of the world. So if you come here, it'll fill up your HP and your MP, and Jessica needed that anyway, so. And then it'll ask if you let Medea drink from the spring. If you say no, it'll say it made her sad. And if you talk to her too many times in a row, she'll complain to you that she can feel her belly's filling up with water, and you should stop drinking from this, letting her drink from the spring, which I think is funny. And maybe if you do it enough, she'll just refuse. I don't know.
I've been thinking a lot about Prince Charmless. I mean Charmles. He isn't anything like I imagined. What am I going to do?
You could kill him.
I must respect.
That's what Catherine the Great did.
But do you think people can change after they get married?
Yeah.
I know. I could also be quite self-centered when I was
This
younger.
is basically what she said to us when we were dreaming. Except she mentioned her grandmother's wishes, so it must have been her grandmother's wishes that she marry the Prince of Argonia. I don't know how that works. Anyway, that thing I said about Catherine the Great, I'm pretty sure is not true. She did have a husband. I think he had syphilis, and like did not live very long and went crazy and stuff. Maybe. Oh, that thing's not ready yet. I popped that up thinking it was going to be, like, thinking that I had stopped paying attention. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave from here, and like I said, we're going to go to Savella Cathedral. It's a huge island in the middle of the map at the top. And so I figured since this is a huge island in the middle of the map, going straight up from it would be easy, but this is actually like a big island kind of in the southern middle of the map. So it's a hike all the way up to Savella Cathedral. It'd be smarter to pick a place further north. Like Trodaine or something. I don't know. Does that make... Pick them in reds? Yeah, Trodaine. Yeah. Yeah! Trodaine would have probably been the perfect place to leave from. If I'm not mistaken. I could be. Anyway, it didn't matter because this is where we left from. So... Alright, so there's our alchemy pot thing. Blah. What exactly were we making? Oh, yeah. We were making platinum mail. Alright. So... Now, what we want to do is... we want to combine... we want to combine a tough guy tattoo. You can buy them from the bazaar if you don't have them. With a gold rosary and holy water. You can buy holy water anywhere, and the gold rosary, I'll show you where we can buy it. Fair enough? Because we're going to combine those, because what it's going to allow us to do, it's going to make this thing that we're going to then combine with a sword we buy to make a pretty powerful sword at this point in the game. So, actually this sword, being able to get this sword at this point in the game is a pretty good argument for putting points into your hero's sword stuff. So anyway, so this is the island for Savella Cathedral. It's huge. It's in the middle of the map at the top. So, I'm not really like I didn't think I had to show the boat ride because you people watch me run around enough. And at this point, I'm really trying to get us through kind of all the nonsense so we can just forge ahead in the plot. And again, since I'm doing all this grinding, it's just a perfect thing for me to be like running around randomly and just showing stuff. Because like, you know, grinding. It's awful. It's a horrible thing to have to do. It's repetitive and just garbagey and... Okay, so this is that. Okay, so that's the platinum mail. And it's like a... For us, it was like a 30% or a 30-point increase in our defense. Which is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Yeah, nobody can wear our old stuff. That's one of the things about this game is that, like, you know, in a lot of RPGs, the way it works is multiple people can wear multiple things. And that's true to an extent in this game. Like, Angelo and Jessica share things because they're magic users. Yangus and Switch share things because they're not. But then there are a lot of things that are specific to Yangus. Or specific just to Switch. Or specific just to Jessica because she's a girl. A few things that are specific just to Angelo. Just the rapier-style swords. Because actually, Jessica can use a lot of the swords that her hero can use if you put a bunch of points into her knife ability. Which it would be very interesting to see Jessica, you know, hacking and slashing. But, like, I don't know if that'll be happening. If that happens in this LP, it'll happen really, really late. Because I really want to max out Whip and Sex Appeal for her. Specifically Sex Appeal, because those abilities are hilarious. And they're sexy. They're sex appeal abilities. Alright, there are probably treasure chests around here. I'm not so worried about that right now. I just want to go up here because I know that there's a cutscene and there's some shops. And so that we can zoom here later, because eventually the plot will make us a Silenus. Or Silenus? 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 Silenus P. Halfwater? See, that would be a great name for a character in like a novel or a play or something. I don't know. As long as the play was set in England in the 1870s. These guys aren't that tough. I thought they'd be tough. They don't seem that tough. Oh, by the way, oh, yay. Sheep. A furious sheep stampede almost killed Jessica. The Monster Arena version of these guys, I'm not going after him. It's a heck of a ride to get to him. He is essentially just across the river from Seaview Church. So, and I think maybe only at night. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. We've gotten essentially the best monster team stuff we can really get. I will probably show some other monsters because some of the other monsters are interesting. But, and there are some really good monsters. If you hadn't taken the route we took to get to the, like, through the early ranks, there are some pretty good monsters that, like, I think could get you through maybe rank D and C pretty easily. Again, there's essentially only one strategy I know of to get through rank B. A cowpat. Yay! Wow, that cat just jumped right through there. I think there might be something right in the side of this, but like, oh, apparently not. Okay, so eventually there's going to be a whole big plot line thing for this area, but like, because I mean, obviously, like, why would there be a gigantic island in the middle of the map that we would never go to? It's just like that one in the southwest corner of the map, the like huge one with like giant cliffs that's completely inaccessible. Obviously, we're going to go there at some point. Like, we're going to find a way to get there. Alright. Oh, well, there's some treasure chests in here. Like, steal this guy. He's watching us steal his stuff. Oh, mini medal. Nice. And a seed of wisdom. Not bad. That's not a bad haul for... This guy should say, like, didn't you just steal a bunch of my stuff? So there's not a lot. I mean, this place sells some stuff. I mean, like, that's a 1 point increase for Angela. This place sells some stuff. It's alright stuff. Yeah. You know, it's not... I know where we can pick up an iron mask. We don't need to buy one. This is the shop that you would buy that holy symbol at. Yeah, the gold rosary. You can buy it right here, 500 coins. If that means anything, yeah, that's... So here's our weapons guy. And he, again, it's pretty standard stuff. Like, holy silver rapier, it's a little bit of a bump for Angelo. I want to see if he can use this sword we're making, though, so... I suppose I could just look it up. Otherwise, I will try to upgrade. I probably will upgrade some people with items before we go into the Dark Ruins. Because, again, the boss in there is just atrociously mean. Alright, so that's about that. We can go to the actual cathedral. There's nothing really stopping us here. Unlike Neos, where there's that whole building we can't go in. I want to check out these shops. I don't know that these are, like... I don't know what they are selling over here, but... Souvenir coins and pendants. Oh, these are fake shops. At least that one was. A biscuit shaped like a cathedral? No, I don't want a biscuit shaped like anything. Alright, anyway, before we start triggering cutscenes and stuff, I'm gonna let this go. And you guys take care. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. So, bye everybody.